Hello class. Today we're going to be doing a lesson over the structure on the effective leadership of Martin Luther King. We all know that the I Have a Dream is a speech that was written and delivered by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in August 28, 1963 at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The impact of the speech was so great is that it changed the lives of many African Americans positively. There were about 250,000 people present at the march in Washington, D.C. on August 28, 1963. The strategies Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. used were a combination of powerful words and violent tactics such as sit-ins, boycotts, and protest marches, including the massive march in Washington, D.C. in 1963. Nonetheless, his approach finally achieved what they wanted: freedom and voting rights for African Americans. A lesson structure on the effective habits of leaders. While studying the habits of effective leaders, we will do a study on Martin Luther King and his famous I Have a Dream speech he gave in Washington, D.C. With this study, we will share 6 different learning outcomes related to Martin Luther King and why he was an effective leader. Each learning outcome will touch on the actions list within Bloom's taxonomy, action verbs that are associated. The learning outcomes will range from the knowledge to evaluation. The first learning outcome will focus on doing the research of the speech, bringing some facts with relation to development of the speech, its impact, and how many people were really there. The second learning outcome is analyzing what all went into organizing the effort and how this speech was going to be communicated to those in attendance. Back then, there wasn't the mass media like today to get the message out to everyone. We all know that today's society has all these technological innovations of the 21st century. We have laptops, iPods, iPads, mobile devices where media could be displayed to the public pretty much anywhere where you're at. We'll need to discuss the organizational strategies in putting this event out to the public. For example, like which organized ideas worked and those that failed. There are many things composed in organizing large groups of people, and this learning outcome will illustrate all the necessary steps going into the planning stages. The first 4 learning outcomes are the parts of which knowledge, comprehension, analysis, and synthesis play roles into learning how Martin Luther King was a leader remembered, the influence his habits had on people around him, and why so many look up to him. The fifth learning outcome will focus on what it would take to put together an event similar to his speech given in DC, yet on a smaller scale, and how this might reflect to people of today. Will it lead you to becoming an effective leader in your own right? At the end of this learning outcome, there will need to be an evaluation of your organized event. There will be a chance to provide some suggestions of improvement and describe the effectiveness the exercise had on you and those around you. We would end it off with 2 questions for the learners to analyze. What are the differences associated with then and now organizing such an event? If Mr. King were still alive, what kind of leader would he be? And could he be an even more effective leader? This concludes our lesson for this week. Good luck to everyone and hope everybody enjoyed it.